Look at you, stuck doing a bunch of stuff you never signed up for. You're building up someone else's thing, piece by painful piece, while your own life is basically falling apart. You are tired, not body tired, soul tired, the kind of exhaustion that sleep cannot touch. It is an existential debt. You think you are being nice. You think you are being a team player. You think you are being a good partner, a good friend, a good employee. You are lying to yourself. You're suffering from a catastrophic, systemic failure of boundaries. You're basically burning through your most valuable resources, time, focus, and energy on something that will never be truly finished. The world loves a yes man. It loves an obedient battery. It wants to plug you into its machine, drain you of your life force, and discard the husk. Society has weaponized your own politeness against you. They trained you from childhood to believe that no is a dirty word. They conditioned you to believe that no is selfish, that no equals rejection, that no makes you a bad person. That's totally made up. It's control dressed up like good manners. I am here to tell you that no is the only word that matters. No is not an insult. No is an act of warfare. It's your personal boundary, keeping your own power safe. Today, we dismantle the weak programming keeping you compliant. We do not do generic time management hacks here. We do not do toxic hustle culture. We do dark productivity. We deal in deep psychology, systemic strategy, and mental armor. By the end of this video, you will have the protocol, the rebellion of no. A straight-up strategic plan to stop giving away your energy, burn the to-dos that drain you, and build the life you actually want. Welcome to the mind base. We have to operate. We need to cut past the surface symptoms. We need to find the tumor. Why do you say yes when your entire body is screaming no? Standard self-help garbage offers weak diagnoses. They say you are a people pleaser. They say you just need to love yourself more.
That is insufficient. It is soft language for a hard problem.
In this episode, we look at the biological architecture. Being a chronic yes man is not kindness. It is a trauma response masked as a personality trait. It is an evolutionary glitch. Modern society exploits it ruthlessly. Thousands of years ago, rejection from the tribe meant death. If you said no to the chief, you were exiled. You froze in the snow or you were eaten by predators. Your brain still runs on that outdated, primitive software. It treats social disagreement as an equivalent to mortal danger. But you are not on the savannah. You are in a fluorescent-lit office. You're on a Zoom call. You are at a dysfunctional family dinner. The danger is not real. It is a simulation. Yet every time someone makes a demand on your time, your amygdala, the fear center of your brain, lights up. It triggers a micropanic attack. It screams, "Be agreeable, keep the peace. Do not rock the boat. Say yes, and you survive." So you say yes. The tension releases instantly. You feel a hit of dopamine. You solved the immediate social threat, but you solved nothing. You took out a payday loan on your own life. You bought 5 seconds of social comfort, using your future peace of mind as collateral. There is a second driver. I call it the identity vacuum. You know, nature really hates empty spaces. If you do not know exactly what you are building, you will be hired to build someone else's dream. If your schedule is not aggressively protected by your own high-leverage priorities, the world will flood it with low-leverage garbage. A yes man has no central mission. They are driftwood. They are caught in the current of everyone else's agenda. Their worth is totally dependent on what other people think. If I say yes to this extra project, my boss will validate my existence. If I say yes to this draining social event, my friends will not abandon me. If I fix this crisis for my family member, I have worth. You are outsourcing your self-worth. You're basically giving control over your mind to people who are not looking out for you. Understand the battlefield. The world is designed to extract value from you. It is a ruthless attention economy. Every app on your phone, every manager trying to hit their KPI, every relative with a manufactured crisis, they are all competing for your limited bandwidth. If you don't have clear boundaries, people will just take advantage of your resources. The factory model of education prepared you for this. Sit still. Raise your hand. Do not question the assignment. Be a good boy. Be a good girl. Produce the work. Becoming a yes man is the default state of an unexamined life. It is the path of least resistance. It leads directly to the graveyard of your potential. We have diagnosed the disease. Now we look at the rot. Let us examine what this compliance actually costs you. We need to sit in the pain of it. You need to feel the burn before you will change the behavior. You know the exact feeling. The phone rings. You see the name on the screen. Your stomach drops into your shoes. Your chest tightens. You do not want to answer, but you swipe right. They ask for the favor. They need you to cover a shift. They need you to join a meaningless committee. They want to dump 2 hours of emotional baggage onto you. You do not have the capacity for it. Your brain screams, no. Your gut twists into a knot. But your mouth opens. The pathetic little words slip out. Sure, no problem. Happy to help. You hang up the phone. Then the wave hits you. The bad feeling. It is a slow-acting poison. It starts as a low hum in the background of your mind. The sound really gets going, turning into this massive, overwhelming noise. You resent them for asking. You hate them for crossing the line. But that is a projection. Mostly, you resent yourself. You resent yourself for collapsing. Again, for failing to protect your own perimeter. You look at your calendar. It is a graveyard of your own ambitions. Every single slot is filled with someone else's agenda. Where is your deep work? Where is your gym time? Where is the space to actually think, strategize, and build your escape route? Gone. Sacrificed on the altar of agreeableness. This is not just annoying. This is lethal to high performance. You cannot operate at an elite level when you are constantly fragmented. A yes man is perpetually busy, but never effective. They are spinning plates, terrified one will drop. They mistake motion for progress. They mistake exhaustion for importance. Look at your professional life. When you always say yes, your yes loses its market value. It becomes cheap. It experiences hyperinflation. People stop respecting your time because you do not respect your time. There is a dark truth in corporate dynamics. The reward for good work is more work. If you are the mule who always says yes, they will load you up until your spine snaps. They will not promote you. They will keep you exactly where you are because you are too convenient to lose. You become the ultimate utility player, entirely invisible, entirely exhausted. Look at your relationships. You train the people around you. You teach them exactly how to treat you. You teach them that you are a doormat. You teach them that your boundaries are suggestions. The takers take more. The energy vampires view you as endless emotional support, drain you completely, then lash out when you're empty. The worst part is the erosion of self-respect. Every single time you say yes when you mean no, you betray yourself. You signal to your own subconscious that you do not matter, that your needs, your health, and your vision are secondary to the momentary comfort of a stranger or a coworker. Do that enough times, and you forget who you are. You become a husk, a smiling, nodding, accommodating ghost haunting your own life. You're angry all the time. You bury it under a thick layer of professional courtesy. That repressed anger turns inward. It spreads into anxiety. It turns into depression. It guarantees burnout.
This is the life of the yes man, a slow suicide by 1,000 tiny concessions. Enough. We are burning the doormat.
We focus on the specifics, not just empty talk. We build systems. If you want to stop leaking power, you need a new operating procedure. You need a weaponized response to the demands on your resources.
This is the rebellion of no. We got 5 tactical steps to regain your control over things.
Step 1. The strategic pause. The enemy utilizes speed. The ask comes fast. They expect an immediate answer. They rely on your ancient reflex loop, the fear of silence, the desperate need to please instantly. Your first move is to jam the signal. Never agree to anything in the moment. Ever. Your new default response to any request, big or small, personal or professional, is the strategic pause. I need to check my deployment schedule against my current priorities. I will circle back to you by the end of the day tomorrow. Interesting proposal. Let me sit with it and see if I have the bandwidth to execute it at the level it requires. Analyze that language. It is professional. It is firm. It buys you the most valuable commodity in warfare: time. Time allows the brain to cool down. Time allows you to evaluate the request rationally, not emotionally. Time allows you to decide if this serves your mission, or if it only serves theirs.
If they press you for an immediate answer, the answer is automatically no. If they cannot respect the pause, they do not deserve the yes.
Step 2. The Ruthless Audit. During the pause, you run the audit. You need a filtering system. Average people evaluate requests based on one metric: can I squeeze this in? Elite operators evaluate requests based on a different metric: does this accelerate my primary objective? Ask yourself 3 questions. 1. What is the ROI? If I invest 10 hours into this favor, what is the tangible return for my long-term goals? If the ROI is 0 or negative, you kill it. 2. Is this my unique obligation? Am I the only human being on Earth who can solve this problem? Or am I just the easiest person to ask? If you are easily replaceable in the task, delegate it or delete it. People are lazy. They will ask you to think for them. Do not do their thinking. 3. What dies if this lives? The law of opportunity. Cost is absolute. You cannot create more time. Saying yes to this new demand automatically means saying no to something else. What are you sacrificing? Your sleep? Your side business? Your time with your kids?
If the trade is not worth the blood, the answer is no.
Step 3. The Categorical Refusal. You have decided it is a no. Now you deliver the payload. Most people fold here. They do not know how to say the word without apologizing profusely. Stop apologizing for having boundaries. You did not commit a crime. You protected your perimeter. You need different calibers of no for different targets. We have the soft no. This is for allies in low-stakes situations. It preserves the relationship while denying the request. I appreciate you asking, but my plate is full right now. I will not be able to give this the attention it needs. I am focused entirely on my Q3 sprint, so I have to pass on outside projects right now. We have the hard no. This is for energy vampires, repeat offenders, and blatant disrespect. This is a boundary with high voltage. It is short. It is declarative. No, I cannot do that. That does not work for me. Never jade, Jade. Do not justify. Do not argue. Do not defend. Do not explain. The less you explain, the more power you hold. Explanations give people surface area. It gives them something to argue with. If you say you are too busy, they will try to manage your schedule for you.
A flat no is a sealed vault door. There is nothing to argue with.
Step 4. The counter-offer. Sometimes you want to help, but not on their terms. This is where you negotiate the boundary. Do not accept the request as it is presented. Reshape it to fit your reality. I cannot commit to joining the committee, but I can spend 20 minutes reviewing your final draft next Tuesday. I am not the right person to build this entire deck, but you should talk to Sarah. This is her specialty. This shifts the power dynamic. You transform from a passive resource into an active strategist. You remain helpful, but strictly on your terms. You protect your core energy while maintaining the alliance. Step 5. The consequence protocol. Setting the boundary is only 10% of the war. Enforcing it is the other 90. When you start executing the rebellion of no, the system will shock. The people who benefited from your lack of boundaries will push back. Hard. They will try to guilt you. They will call you selfish. They will act wounded. They will escalate their demands just to test the fence. Let them. Their emotional discomfort is not your responsibility. You are not their therapist. You are not their emotional pacifier. When they test the boundary, you do not cave. You do not negotiate. You enforce the consequence. If they continue to push, you remove your presence entirely. You end the meeting. You hang up the phone. You walk away.
You train them through action, not words, that the old version of you is dead.
This is not about becoming a tyrant. It is about becoming dangerous. It is about becoming effective. When you stop saying yes passively, your active yes becomes devastatingly powerful. Scarcity creates value. It is basic economics. When your time is short, people respect it. When your access is limited, people covet it. When you only say yes to the things that matter, your word becomes iron. By executing this protocol, you are transmitting a signal to the world. You're telling them that you are not a commodity. You are an architect. You have a massive blueprint for what you are building. Anything that does not fit that blueprint gets rejected at the gate. It will be deeply uncomfortable at first. You will feel the old programming fighting you. You will feel the urge to appease. Hold the line. Every no you say to the noise is a resonant, thundering yes to your purpose, your sanity, and your empire. Stop lighting yourself on fire to keep everyone else warm.
It is time to build your fortress. The rebellion begins now.